Piece of life here. Welcome.
Jeez, you're gonna freak people out. Episode 4.
That's when we lost them.
That's when we lost
My
them.
intro.
We scared the crap out of them.
Welcome back. Here we are. We are doing a little bit different. We've been doing like our last one we forgot to do on the
brain fog. There it is. Poof. There it is again.
On the range of like surviving and thriving. Where are we?
Oh God. Well, clearly we're just surviving.
We are surviving.
We can't even think of
words.
the words.
Words are hard, and we're on a podcast.
Yeah, and we are on a podcast.
So this is a special one about traveling with toddlers.
Yeah, with
top
kids,
tips for traveling with kids.
Yeah, and I only have one.
Oh, okay.
And
well, I made top 5.
I know you wanted to start this off.
Follow a list,
but I think this one probably is.
So is this 1 through 5?
The most important. This is just my number 1. Don't do it. Just
Cancel the trip.
Cancel the trip. Don't.
Or leave them with grandma.
Yeah, or just take the trip yourself.
By yourself.
Don't do it. Yeah, it's. No, I'm totally kidding.
But Jake and I, we do live a chaotic life, and we shove as many trips and vacation and travel opportunities in there as much possible.
As possible. Yeah.
And we try to bring our kids to meetings and all the different things. And we think it's important because we think it's important, one, that people see, like in life meetings and stuff, that they see like we're people.
Yeah.
And 2, we think it's important that our kids see the world and travel and have flexibility. And like, if your flight gets canceled, what do you like? Life doesn't always go seamlessly.
Yeah, it hardly ever does.
So, and I think travel is a good way to teach kids that.
I think travel might be the most important thing that you can like give to your kids.
Yeah.
And again, it's not for you, it's for them. And we have said multiple times that before kids, it's a vacation. After kids, it's traveling. And those two are very, very different things. So let's hit them.
I think that the other thing, I think you see a real person at the airport. Like
who you are, who your true authentic self is like what happens
at the airport when the flight is canceled.
When plans don't go well and your kids are screaming, like you will find who you are at your core,
or who you're dating. Like I always said, do not get married to somebody if you have not gone on a vacation or like a trip on a plane with them
for like a week.
Yeah, because that is difficult. And when things are not going well, how they handle stress, do you want like
that is who they are as a human being.
Or do you both choose we will not be leaving the house?
Because that works too. That works too. It's a bummer for your kids, but that works too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here I have 5 tips for traveling with kids, and number 1 is start them young. We kind of talked about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Leon's first plane trip, he was 4 months old.
May, June, July. Yeah.
And we took him to an event in California.
Yep.
So I mean, it wasn't like we put him, in a car for an hour or, went to wherever. We went from Iowa to California. It was a 6-hour trip.
It was COVID. We had masks on.
Totally different culture, a different, big city, all that kind of stuff.
I will also say it's very, very easy to fly with kids when they are strapped on you. Like before they start moving around. Teddy's 18 months and it is a bear to travel with him right now.
Yeah.
But do it while you can. 1, flights are free until they're 2.
Yeah.
So take advantage of that. 2,
Yeah.
when you can strap them on, they usually will sleep on the plane, right? Yeah. Like that noise and turbulence helps them sleep. And it's very easy. You can strap them on, go to the restaurants, have a glass of wine. So do it, and it gives you confidence. It shows you, hey, I now have a child, but I can still go do all these trips.
Yeah, I remember somebody said to me once that like it was one of our big trips, and they're like, well, you'll never do that again. And it like kind of fucking pissed me off. It was like, well, just because you didn't do it, like you can take your kid to Thailand for a month if you want to. Yeah. Like you can do big trips, you can do little trips, you can do across the world, you can do cross country, road trips, whatever. But it's a lot easier if you start them young. You get them used to it.
Yeah.
They get used to, like, for example, we started Leon when he was 4 months old, and he's been to, I don't know, 30 states or something like that. The kid can sit in a plane.
He's
and
really, really
like
good.
he
Yeah.
can travel. We drove 14, 16 hours to Wyoming this year straight.
He did great.
He did amazing.
Yeah.
He's just used to it. Yeah. And like, if you want to travel with your kids, which I think you should, like, you should provide them that opportunity regardless of your own issues. Start them young. Yeah. I think that's probably the most important thing that you can do.
I mean, when we got back from Hawaii, which, like, on the way back, it was, we missed our connection in LA, and it became a very, very long day. We had a red eye. Then when we got to LA, we missed our connection, so we had to sit there for like 3 or 4 hours. Mm-hmm. And like, it ended up being a like 36-hour travel day on the way back. Yeah. And we got back, and Leon's like, when are we going to Hawaii again? Yeah. I think that's a win.
The kids handled it way better than we did. Yeah. I mean, sure. I was exhausted. I was frustrated, and they were just chilling.
So start them young. That's number one. Start them young. Number two, packing. Like, be strategic about your packing. Only bring the essentials. Yeah. And I do think you learn what the essentials are after a few trips. Yeah. I would say you do not need to pack everything.
Yeah. I feel like 1A should be, so start them young is number one. Okay. 1A is do it often. Taking one trip from, between the ages of 1 and 4 or whatever, like, that doesn't, just because you did it when they were young. Yeah. Like, you kind of need to do it, get them used to that,
build it into their,
and then, like, to your point, it's like you really figure out what you need.
Yeah. I mean, with Leon, our first, I bought the fold up stroller, and we had, like, we tried everything. It was all trial and error. Mm-hmm. Right. But for the most part, what I've reminded myself over and over is there is a Target or a Walmart in every place that we're going. Mm-hmm. And if we forget something, we go and we buy it. Like, I do not need to have every medicine, you know what I mean? Like, have the essentials. Yeah. And we always say, do we have when Leon was doing formula, is there formula? Are there diapers? Does Leon have his seizure medicine? Then the rest of it, we'll figure it out. Like, even at the airport, you can buy most
things. Yeah. Not at the Des Moines airport, but yeah.
But do, like, especially when they're little, have that warm bottle or that warm, like, water, so that you can, like, feed it to them while you're going
up and down.
Like, nurse them, or that's really helpful. Bring the carrier. The carrier was like a godsend for us. Yeah, having that
papoose, like, it just makes things so much easier. And they usually like it too, because, like, as a kid, the airport is like, well, that while they're flying, but you face them outward. I mean, the airport is like, whoa, yeah, it's like stimulation, so they are very entertained just walking through the airport. Like, you don't necessarily need all of this on the airplane, depending on how long the airplane ride is. I mean, you definitely need some activities.
Yeah, I think pack, like, strategically in that sense. Like, going to Hawaii, I had new toys, new things that we could pull out every few hours to kind of like entertain them. Mm-hmm. Those little gel things that go on the window are nice. Spinny things that go on the window, like suction cup onto the window, are nice. I, like, got a $20 little Game Boy for Leon that was like a fun new thing that he was stoked about, and entertained him for 3 hours. Do those things. When I was thinking of this list, we went to Arizona with our friends, and Teddy had a blowout, and we didn't pack an extra outfit for him. Like, we did in this checked suitcase, but not in the diaper bag. Yeah. And so he was it Teddy or Leon?
It was Teddy.
He was just in a diaper, and our friend, Parker, was, like, walking back, and he was laughing because Teddy's, like, naked, and you had a coat on, a hat on, like, you did not wrap him up or anything. But, like,
Teddy's way tougher than I am.
100%. But I think it's funny, just, like, the emergency things that you would need, do pack an extra outfit.
Well, the things that you think they need versus what they actually need are usually like, very, very different.
But if you forgot an outfit, Teddy survived. He was not naked, he had a diaper, but he was, like, free on an airplane, and he made it and was happy as can be. So if you forget that extra outfit, maybe take your own coat off and wrap him up, because he might be cold.
He might be. He didn't ask for it.
But Jake was comfortable, and that's what
it was good. That plane was freezing.
And yeah, now I do every time. I'm like, we need an extra outfit for especially the littlest ones that are still in diapers.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I think on to piggyback off of that, like you're just go in with the attitude of like, I'll get your 5 essential things. If the other things make it to the plane, great. If they don't, like, don't beat yourself up about it because they will
Yeah,
survive.
yeah,
And in 2 hours, you're gonna land somewhere and you can buy those things.
yeah,
So
exactly.
don't like, yeah, pack 17 suitcases and make
There are
your trip.
actually like businesses now that you can rent. They will drop off at your hotel. So you can go on and be like, I need a stroller
Oh,
and I need a
that's really
pack and
smart.
play
Yeah,
and I need a life jacket.
yeah,
And here's the hotel that I'm staying at. And I think a few of them are like mom run. So
yeah,
they've
makes sense.
tested them
Yeah.
and they drop them off at your hotel
Mm.
and you have them. It's more expensive, but also there is value
Oh,
to not packing all that stuff. I mean, not having in Hawaii, we packed way too much stuff.
I
Like,
think that I don't think it's on this list, but I do think, like what you just said, do not stress out about how much that trip is going to cost you
mm,
and try to do things cheap
mm.
because it will bite you in the
You could
ass.
get by when it was just us, but now that
Yeah,
you have kids, like you're
it's
every
already
time.
stressful.
Yeah,
So don't buy the cheapest airline
yeah,
that leaves at God knows when and may or may not actually get you there.
that you have to buy the water,
Yeah, you have to buy the water, you have to buy it costs extra to buy a
a
seat.
seat,
You don't know
like
if you're going to sit next to your kid. Like if you realize that you didn't pack something, just go buy like
yeah.
all of these things. I think it's if you can go in with the mindset of like, okay,
If you have the means to,
if you have the means to do, and I think it's all relative,
yeah,
right? Like
yeah,
go into it like just being okay spending a little bit more money to make your life a little bit less
yeah,
stressful. Because if all you're doing is thinking about money when you're on the trip, you're going to add stress onto
yeah.
stress onto stress.
And
And
your
then you're
kids
not
can
going to
feel
be,
that.
oh, your kids will know it. And then it's like, why are we here anyways?
Yeah,
You might
yeah,
as well just stay at home
yeah.
where it's safe and you don't, like all that kind of stuff. Like just if you're going to do it, do it.
Yeah. The other tip I have is I always pack the boys like separately. Usually if we're going on a big trip, you and one of the boys are in one
Mm-hmm.
suitcase, me and another boy are in another suitcase, and then I have like their clothes in a bag in there
Mm-hmm.
so that if we're in a separate room or something, I'm not having to like
Yeah.
dig through if
Well,
Teddy's
and
sleeping.
yeah, we co-sleep. So I
Yeah,
mean, it
which
kind
will
of
be another
goes,
episode.
yeah, it kind of goes with that.
But if Teddy's sleeping in a room, I don't have to go in there to his suitcase to get Leon's something out of there.
Yeah.
And it's kept me organized in like when I'm packing his stuff, Leon's stuff, your stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a big tip is just also you usually don't need as much as usually what I do is I pack shorts and shirts and then I go back and I say I'm taking some of this away because your first instinct is like pack pack pack.
Yeah,
your second instinct is like okay, what can I like remove because I don't need all of that stuff. And
well, and your kids don't care if they wear the same shirt 4 days in a row.
And
you care about
hotels
it. Hotels
have laundry.
Yeah.
Airbnbs have laundry. There's laundromats in every city.
Again, like just make your life easy. Like take away the like vanity of it. Yes. Like I want them to look like this when we're out to dinner. Like why? They're gonna like
so they can spill ketchup on that.
Yeah, and like be screaming at the top of their lungs. Like come on, like just go enjoy it. Have just have the only expectation be like I want this to be a good memory for them. Yeah. Then let the trip build itself around that. Not like we're gonna go, but it needs to look like this.
Yes.
Because then it's like, well,
this is
you're
not
already
a
off
trip
to a
for
bad
Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. You're already off to a bad start. So.
And then the other thing I'd add to packing is like, if you're gonna travel with another family, make sure that family is easy travel similarly to you.
Yeah.
I love our trips to the cabin with our besties, I call it, or like to Arizona. They have kids that are similar in age to ours, so she and I are able to drink a glass of wine in the backyard with the kids playing while you and he go golfing. And
okay. By the way, we don't go golfing that much. But we also take the kids fishing and take them to because you guys are drunk by midday and you guys are passed out, so we got a parent.
But I'm saying like make sure that you have aligned expectations in the trip and can enjoy it not only as a parent so that you're not just like running around with the kids the whole time, but you're able, like, I love, even though it's chaos in the backyard with the kids, I'm enjoying my yap time
Yeah,
with
exactly.
my
Yeah. It's
girlfriends.
also for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. So
Yeah.
pack a group of friends or a family that you want to spend the time with.
Again, if you are miserable on this trip, your kids can feel it.
Yeah.
And there is no reason to go on that trip.
Yeah.
So do whatever you need to make yourself happy, because then it, again, just like last episode, it affects your world.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
And then it makes the trip better and all that kind of stuff. Like, yeah. Yeah.
So those, number 2, packing.
Yeah.
Bring the essentials, not everything. 3, snacks are the MVP.
That's for you and for kids.
That is my motto in life.
Yeah. 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 But how much you got strapped on you right now?
I think you can't have enough snacks. I think that it is when there's a temper tantrum, when there is an issue, when the airplane is delayed, when you're sitting on the tarmac for 3 hours, if you can pull out their favorite snack, and don't tell them beforehand, like, this is a surprise.
Yeah.
Leon loves those disgusting white eggs. What are those?
I don't remember what they're called.
They're like white chocolate with, they have a toy in them. I think that's why he loves it.
Yeah.
I packed 2 for Hawaii and like strategically took them out on the flight. Yeah. So snacks, you can't have enough snacks. Yeah,
there's nothing like busting out a good Oreo to get them to stop. Like Teddy especially, he'll be having a full out panic, and you give him an Oreo, he's like, oh.
It's like the little mine.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, this is pretty good.
And I've gone as far as like on the plane getting the purchased food on there.
Yeah.
You know, like the little Lunchables or whatever. Yeah. And like it's stupid amounts of money. Yeah. $15 for 4 crackers and a piece of cheese. Yeah. But if that's what they want and that buys you 30 minutes, it's worth every $14. Every dollar.
Yes.
So snacks are the MVP. Yep. For flexibility. I think that you have to be flexible. We've talked about it a little bit, but not everything is gonna go the way you want it. Mm-hmm. And you may have planned this trip for 6 months or a year and you miss your flight. Like, you may have to drive to another city to get that flight out. Be flexible, roll with the punches. Yep. Again, your kids are absorbing the stress. And I think more than anything, it's not what you're seeing and what you're experiencing, but it's a family memory that you're creating for your kids.
Absolutely.
So it's not necessarily like the ocean view as much as like, man, we were laughing so hard in that airplane terminal because
they'll remember the strangest things. I mean,
Teddy blew out. Like,
I think that there was a study, you know, they asked, I don't know, I'm just gonna make this number up. Let's say they asked 1,000 people, like, what are the memories that you have from childhood? None of them were like the day-to-day
Disney World. Like,
it was they were all family trips. That is what kids will remember, are like your family trips. They don't remember like, you know, I did this at school one day, or it's like, it's usually the bigger family trips. And I think that the more that you can provide your kids with those memories.
I mean, when I ask you about your childhood, it's always
many point.
The vacation spot that you guys went to in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And we're going there this year. I'm really excited to see
Can't wait to show
that through your, like, our kids' eyes. And I'm very excited about it. But you definitely talk about that all the time. Yeah. And for me, I think about my parents took us every summer on a trip, and I think until the day I die, I'll think about those trips and the memories that I have with my parents and my brother.
Yeah. But the kids don't necessarily remember, like, it took 15 hours to get there, or, we had a flat tire. It's like the experience while we were there. They will remember that.
Yeah, they love sitting in front of the window on your delay and watching the airplanes go off. Yeah. And they love, like, they think it's really cool to eat McDonald's on the airplane or airport floor. Yeah. So I think just be flexible and know that, like, you really have to roll with the punches.
I think that should just be a life thing.
True.
I think the more that you can be like water and just flow, and, like, if an obstacle's in your way, you just go around it. And, like, if you try to fight your way through an obstacle, you're gonna be a miserable son of a bitch. Like, so I mean that like, and I do think if you can show your kids that as well, like, hey, it got delayed or it got canceled, and we're gonna leave tomorrow, but that's cool. Or, we're gonna drive 3 hours away and get on that plane. Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like, they will mimic your behavior. Yeah. So if you're freaking out, then they're gonna freak out, and that does nobody any good.
I think the rules that you have, and we don't have a lot of rules in our house, but
if you couldn't tell, yeah.
The rules that you have in your house have to kind of go out the window. I think nap times, like if they do nap when they usually nap, great, but if they don't, like don't stress it.
Yeah.
Like they'll fall asleep on you on the plane.
Yeah.
And if you are like I hate to say it, but like if you are a no screen person, like airplanes are a great time to have.
It's gonna be tough.
Like
yeah.
Teddy's too young; he has no interest in a tablet.
Yeah.
But Leon is 5, and like tablets are king on the airplane.
I would say he's learned. I mean, you can monitor what they're watching.
Yeah.
And he'll come up, he'll say something.
Where'd you learn
like
that?
5 + 5 is 10. Like he's like, I learned it from a show.
A video.
Yeah, a video.
A video.
It's like, wow, all right.
Good job, video.
Yeah, keep watching that stuff. That. Yeah.
But I think that like the rules that you have in your house work for you. The routine that you have works for you. When you're traveling, you have to be flexible with that and be okay with the fact that you cannot follow the same routine.
Yeah, but I will say that if you are incredibly rigid with your schedule at home, traveling becomes increasingly difficult. Like we've never really had like a routine at home, which is why our boys are so easy with like go with the flow. They'll sleep when they're tired. It's not like, if usually they sleep at noon and you have a noon flight, like it's going to be very difficult for them, and which in turn for you as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not a huge fan of schedules and like the rigidity of,
I think that kind of stuff. Different things work for different people. I think when you're traveling, you cannot get so caught up on the fact that like Johnny sleeps at 2 every day. Like today, Johnny's not. And you have to just say, that's okay.
He's going to scream.
Instead of thinking, for the next day, he's going to be crabby. Like, he's going to.
Or don't make that a reason that you're not going to go do something. Yeah. Like, but again, I think with this episode being about travel, like, it is going to be harder to travel with kids that are like very structured in their routine.
Yeah.
Unless you manipulate everything around that, which then becomes
difficult to travel.
Yeah, it just becomes difficult to travel and like really like experience what you're trying to experience. Because if you're like, okay, we got to have breakfast at this time, and then we can go do something for an hour and a half, but then we got to be back and nap, and he's got to nap in his thing in the dark, and it's like then.
Maybe Johnny should have stayed.
Maybe Johnny should not travel. Yeah. But traveling is really good for kids and for human beings, and like it's an experience.
So I think if you are routine,
stop it.
What works for you works for you. We are supportive of all the things, but just know that that week you may not be able to follow that, or it may look more difficult for you than a family that is less routine.
Yeah. Or just accept the fact that Johnny is going to scream for this 3-hour flight because he's out of his routine. He's not in bed. He's not like, and just be okay with that.
And I think when they are screaming, I mean, Teddy was not great on the trip down to Hawaii. And I think with Leon as a first time mom, I would have been like red, freaking out. I don't want the people around me to be, everybody around you is wearing noise canceling headphones, and if they're not, shame smart. On them.
Yeah.
2, everybody's feeling bad for you. Like they just feel bad for the parents that are dealing with that. Yeah. And hopefully, I mean, we've been on flights where like the flight attendants are really cool and they let you walk back and forth. And then we've been on flights where they're like, you need to sit down. They need to be strapped in.
The one in Hawaii wouldn't let us walk through first class.
Yeah,
Teddy I was getting him to sleep, and I was trying to maximize my walking distance. So I'd go up to first class. He wasn't making a noise. And I did it like 2 or 3 times. And she said, you can't be in here.
The same group. I went to the back of the flight and was like, had him strapped in, was looking out the window and standing. And I asked one lady, like, is it okay if I stand here? And she's like, it's fine with me, but I don't know what the other crew members will think. And it was one lady
like, you gotta have the seatbelt on because we could hit turbulence and you could fly up, and it's like,
I'm like, I know the risk I'm taking, lady.
Yeah, this is the risk that I'm choosing right now. By the way, my head will hit before his head hits, so he's safe.
Yeah, and on airplanes there are other parents, and they are like cheering you on, and they are happy to get your bag down while you're holding your kids. So,
and then there's some people that don't have kids and are just a-holes and will stare at you and will.
Then I would send them the link to noise canceling headphones and be like, "It will come." Like, when you have a niece or nephew, or like, I guess like
just let them be miserable. Yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my flexibility rant for number 4. Number 5, embrace the fact that it's not a vacation anymore. You know, like when
Yeah.
you and I traveled or went on a couple's trip with another, and you were golfing all day, and I was winery like hopping all
Spa and
day.
yeah.
That's not what this
That
is.
is not reality anymore. You
Yeah.
are switching from vacationing to traveling.
I mean,
And
do a couple's trip, do a couple's
absolutely.
vacation getaway,
Yeah.
rekindle that fire,
Yeah.
have some relaxation, some spa day trips.
Yeah.
When are we booking that?
Probably like 2030. I don't know.
But when you are traveling with kids, it is not going to look glamorous like it did pre-kids.
Yeah, it is literally the difference between vacationing and traveling.
You get back from a trip with your kids
Exhausted.
and you are more tired than when you left
You are
because
exhausted.
no longer do you have daycare.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I remember when I got back, I'm like, holy cow, like, I cannot wait to get these kids to daycare.
Yeah. Yeah, this was really fun, but go away now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a 24/7 parenting.
Yeah.
And, you are not at home, so you don't have your usual, like, you know, conveniences of everything that you normally use. So everything's a little bit more difficult. If you're at a different time zone, especially if it's several time zones away, then like you're readjusting and adjusting for 2 or 3 days after, and it's like, yeah, you come home absolutely exhausted.
And then you get home and the kids are exhausted and they
Crabby.
are like don't want to go to school because they didn't get enough sleep.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it there's value to traveling, but it is not easy.
Yeah, again, the value, I feel like traveling is an investment that you're making in your future kids.
Yeah.
And in your future self. Like, you are showing them parts of the world, you're giving them hopefully great memories, and that is not going to, you won't see that until they're probably an adult. Maybe they have kids of their own, and like, you know what I mean? Like, that is when I feel like things start to like pay off. That, the long term like benefits of those things. And usually, like you, because you traveled so much and all that kind of stuff, like you have way less anxiety about it.
Yeah.
And like,
yeah.
you are, open to people, and like you're open to different cultures, and you're very much go with the flow, where I had one, trip every year to the same place at the same time of the year to the same cabin. And it made me very afraid of travel and of like other things. And I'm still like that, but it takes a long time.
You're putting money in the bank, like
putting money in the
currency.
bank. Yeah, for myself, for my kids, like all of those different things, because I would much rather have them experience life that way, like how you do, than afraid, like how I do. And again, that takes self-awareness,
a lot of work
a lot of work and a lot of like stress and anxiety, but it's not for me. I mean, it kind of is, but like really it's for the future, how my kids will be when they're
I don't want to scare
developing.
People and say like, man, it's a lot of work, and like the magic of like Leon coming home and talking about sea turtles. I'm like, oh my gosh, like it.
I don't even remember the flights and stuff. Like I really don't. Like I don't remember. I remember being on the beach with them and building sandcastles and seeing sea turtles. And
lately, Leon has been taking my I have a postpartum cart that I've got in the garage sale pile, and he's been putting snacks in there and walking it around, acting like he's a flight attendant. And then he says, "We're on a 2-week flight to Hawaii, Florida," which sounds like Florida. An amazing place.
Yeah, I want to go there.
And he's like asking us, "Do you want me to connect your movies? We don't have that movie."
Yeah.
And what kind of food do you want? And that, like the play and imagination he has, that's connected with travel. It literally, my heart could explode. Like, we did something well there. Like we're not doing everything right now because we're stressed and nutty and we're human.
Yeah.
But man, I love it. And it's a memory for you too, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah. As a parent, it's like, it's so, like you're saying, like your heart just melts when you see their face, and the excitement that they have, or they get on the airplane for the first time and they're like aware that they're on an airplane and they're flying and they're looking out the window. And we have so many pictures of Teddy and Leon looking out, the airplane window, and they're just like in awe. And, being able to provide that for them and just getting out of your own way to do that for them. Yeah, that's like where the magic happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
special.
I'll never forget in Alaska, we took like a glass
Oh, oh
train,
yeah.
and Liam he
He had
would
to
have
have
been
been
like just
3.
over 2, I think.
No,
Or
he would have been 3.
oh, he was 3.
Yeah.
He was then and is now still obsessed with "We Will Rock You."
Yeah.
And it's like quiet. Everybody's looking for moose while we go. It was beautiful,
Yeah.
like trip of a lifetime. And he just starts singing, we
Belting
will
it. Yeah.
rock you.
Yeah.
And like, not just like one time through.
No.
He did it like 6 times. And people were like laughing and joining him and
Yeah.
singing. And
Yeah.
that will be a memory that,
Yeah.
I mean, when I'm on probably my deathbed, I'll think of
Yeah,
Leon
absolutely.
at 3 years old singing "We Will Rock You" in the beautiful Alaskan that's a memory that I'll remember forever.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's a good one. That's a good memory.
People were laughing and singing with. It's good.
Yeah.
So those are my 5 tips. Anything that I left out, or you have advice for parents traveling with?
No, I think again, and kind of like the common thread throughout this whole podcast is like, I would say like, do the difficult thing for your kids, so that way what is difficult for you is not as difficult for them.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a small fraction that is less difficult for them, and hopefully they pass it down to their kids, and then by the time 5 generations from now, it's like a very, very happy family who is, at peace.
You can chip away generation after generation. You can chip away at the difficult things, or the things that make you stressed or anxious.
And I think travel is at the top of that list of like, it's not a necessity.
Mm-hmm.
It's stressful.
Mm-hmm.
It comes with a lot of anxiety, a lot of uncertainties, a lot of things out of your control. But it might be the most beneficial thing to do as like a human being for your overall, wellness.
Mm.
And if you grew up in a household where, you were dominated by stress and anxiety, and it scares the shit out of you to even think about getting on an airplane, especially with your kids and going somewhere new and with all the unknowns and stuff, do it. And like, just start chipping away at those.
Well, you can start by go 2 hours away and you know
absolutely.
what I mean? Get in the car and just have a little bit of like, if we don't nap at 2 p.m. because we're at the zoo 2 hours away, we survived. Every little bit gives you confidence to do it again.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a trip to Europe right away.
The next time. You know what I mean? Like, just don't let it pause. Don't let it stop you from experiencing that and giving that to your kids, because it's hard and it's scary.
Well, that's when, and I said this, I think maybe the first episode, but that's when things become like a disorder. Like, it's when it stops you from doing something. You can do it while you're uncomfortable. It's not, it's not stopping you. That's like, you could still go walk if you have a sprained ankle.
Yeah.
Like, it's difficult, but unless your leg is gone and like you physically can't, then it becomes a disability. The same thing with like mental health. Like, it only becomes a disability or a disorder if it is
debilitating,
stopping you from doing something. And that is your choice, right? Like, it is ultimately your choice, because you can be very uncomfortable and still go do those things.
And as a parent, your kids should see that you're uncomfortable and you're still doing it.
You're doing it and you are working your way through it.
Yeah.
And I think,
because they probably feel uncomfortable too, and they think back to a time that they saw their mom or their dad uncomfortable, and they did it. Like, they were able to like dig deep and do it. And now, I'm uncomfortable to go to kindergarten on the first day, but they may think my parents taught me that I can do really hard things, so I'm gonna take this step forward and go into that classroom that seems scary. And
the hard things happen outside of your routine, outside of your usual day-to-day stuff, like travel. And the more you can expose yourself and your kids to those things, and like you're saying, chip away at what I'm sure is generations of anxiety and stress.
You're right. It's so valuable. My family, like, is okay with no routine. We jump in. I don't even think we see, like, we traveled
crazy.
to Estes Park for Christmas one year, and you were with us. We were just married. I was pregnant with Leon.
Yeah.
And you were like, what the hell are we doing? It's like this blizzard out.
We're
just whistling
14 hours and through a blizzard to get, and I was like, we could have just left the next day and that'd been totally fine, but you guys had no idea.
Just, here we go.
Carefree.
But it's so valuable to me. It's something I cherish that my parents ingrained in me and provided for me in my childhood of going on trips, seeing new things, getting in the car and keep going when it's like you're bored or and so I'm so grateful to that, and I hope that we can provide that same thing to our kids, but it's not always easy to do that.
It's almost never easy to do that. True. Yeah But if you can just have the mindset that it's like you're saying, you're depositing money in the bank.
And we tell our parents a lot, like, those memories are more valuable than a lump sum of money when they pass, like the memory, there's no value to those memories.
And I would say if you have the ability to, like, do the same thing with your parents. Those, just like your kids are going to grow up and they're not going to take trips with you, there's going to be a point where our parents can't take trips, and like have those memories with them. Bring them on a family.
Can, like, go on the hikes.
When they can. They can go scuba diving. They can go deep sea fishing.
Because it's so cool to see that through them too, and multi-generational. Like, you gave the grandmas a hard time, but to have our boys have those memories with grandmas. Like, Leon,
very few memories when they were actually there.
When they were there. Between the wineries and the bars.
Their naps and
But like, Leon did superhero workouts with the grandmas on the pool side. And again, it's one of those things that I'll never forget, that it's a cool thing to provide to our kids.
For sure.
That's what we've got. Travel with your kids, enjoy the chaos, know that it's not going to be easy, but it's worth it. And that wraps up the top 5 tips for traveling with kids here at Pace of Life.
Well done. All right.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Bye.